Okay, let's dive into a story that honestly touches every corner of the globe. A crisis that can feel, well, pretty overwhelming. But stick with me, because we're also going to find this incredible beacon of hope in one community's powerful response.
It all starts with a single, just staggering number. Every 43 seconds. That's how often someone somewhere in the world takes their own life. It's like this silent clock ticking away in the background of our lives, and its impact is just profound.
To put that in perspective, the World Health Organization says this adds up to, get this, over 727,000 people globally, every single year. And these aren't just statistics, right? They're stories left unfinished, lives cut way too short. And when we zoom in on India, the picture gets even clearer. And honestly, it's pretty sobering. The National Crime Records Bureau reported that in 2023 alone, there were over 171,000 suicides recorded right here in the country. So these are huge numbers, right? But it's not just about the raw numbers. It's the trend that's really alarming. We need to look a little closer at the patterns to understand the deeper story here. When you break down the data, you start to see some really critical patterns. A huge 73% of global suicides happen in low and middle-income countries. And here in India, while total suicides are up 27% over the last decade, the rate among students has absolutely skyrocketed by 65%. The pressure from exams, family expectations, it's just creating this unbearable burden for so many young people. Okay, so we've seen the big picture. Now let's bring it all the way down to the local level and see how this global issue plays out in one community. We're going to focus on the city of Jamshedpur, a place known for its industrial strength, but also a place where so many are struggling in silence. For years, Jamshedpur has been grappling with these consistently high numbers. You've got 206 cases in 2022, then 203 in 2023, and 181 just last year. These figures just scream for a local solution. And who is this affecting the most? Well, listen to this. In just the first 8 months of this year, out of 131 cases, a staggering 110 of them were people under the age of 45. This is overwhelmingly a crisis hitting the city's youth. So you see all this, and you have to ask, right? When a community is facing something so persistent, so heartbreaking, what can you possibly do? Where do you even begin to look for hope?
Well, this is where the whole story turns. Because the hope, it's found in a local initiative born directly out of this need. It's a powerful response from the community itself.
So let's go back to 2006. That's when Dr. Mahavir Ram founded the Jeevan Suicide Prevention Center in, of all places, a small library room. It officially got going the next year and has since grown into this absolutely essential service, now led by Dr. J.R. Jain and powered by a dedicated team of volunteers.
And you know, this wasn't some solo mission. Right from the very beginning, vital support from corporate partners like Tata Steel and Jamie Pole, plus their connection with Befrienders India, helped get this life-saving initiative off the ground. So what's their secret? What are they actually doing that's making such a difference? Let's dig into the unique and incredibly powerful method Jeevan uses to connect with people and to save lives. Their core method isn't about giving advice or trying to fix problems. It's a practice called befriending, and it's so simple but so powerful. It's about creating this completely non-judgmental, confidential space for someone to just be heard. The only goal? To listen. And everything they do is built on this really beautiful idea, the CARE principle. It stands for compassion, acceptance, respect, and empathy. That right there is the foundation of every single conversation they have. And if you want to know the real impact, just listen to this. A young person helped by Jeevan said, "I called, I just cried. They didn't interrupt me, they just listened. And today, I am alive." Wow, think about that. The power in that simple act. They just listened. And that made all the difference. You know, to really get why this kind of support is so crucial, there's this incredible metaphor that just clicks. It explains how easily someone can be struggling, even when they look strong on the surface. Get this, a world-class professional swimmer can drown. While the whole crowd was watching the competition, it was only her coach who noticed something was terribly wrong and jumped in without a second thought. It just goes to show anyone, no matter how capable they seem, can find themselves underwater. And that story just makes you think, doesn't it? Who's your coach? Who's that person in your life who really notices when you're not okay, even when you haven't said a single word? So, for anyone in Jamshedpur who feels like they're underwater, who needs that coach, Jeevan is there. They're ready to listen every single day, with absolutely no judgment.
let's just leave it with this final thought. Suicide isn't an endpoint, it's a cry for help. And sometimes the simple act of asking, "Are you okay?" and then truly, deeply listening to the answer, that's all it takes. One conversation. It really can save a life.